Once upon a time, there was a king who ruled a vast kingdom. The king was very old, and although he had everything, his life felt empty because he had no children. His heart was always filled with worry about what would happen to his great kingdom after his death. He had no heir and no way to pass on the kingdom to anyone. This worry was always visible on his face, and every minister in the kingdom could feel his anxiety. One day, the king's senior minister suggested, "Your Majesty, why not organize a competition? Let the people of the kingdom participate, and whoever wins will become the new ruler of the kingdom." The king liked this idea very much and immediately ordered that a competition be held. The king ordered that a complex mathematical equation be written on the door of a palace, and whoever could solve it would become the owner of the palace, and thus the new ruler of the kingdom. The announcement was made, and soon a large crowd gathered outside the palace. People of all ages and backgrounds came, as this was a unique opportunity. The competition began, and people started trying to solve the equation using their minds. But as days passed, no one was able to solve the equation. Even the kingdom's best mathematicians came, but they too could not solve the complex problem. The king's worry grew. Then, one day, just before the competition was about to end, two famous mathematicians arrived at the palace. Along with them, there was also a young man who appeared to be about 25 years old. He seemed ordinary and calm in nature. The two mathematicians suggested that the young man should not be given the first chance, as they were the expert mathematicians. However, the young man said, "Let them go first. Mathematics is their field, not mine." The young man quietly sat in a corner, while the two mathematicians continued to work hard on the equation. They spent hours trying to solve it, but they could not. As evening approached, they became discouraged and admitted defeat. They said, "Your Majesty, we have failed. Please give the young man the final chance." The young man stood up, walked to the palace door, took a deep breath, and closed his eyes for a moment. He stood there for a while, thinking, and then calmly pushed the door. To everyone's surprise, the door opened, without any equation being solved, without any formula being applied. The door simply opened on its own. Everyone was stunned. The king rushed to the young man and asked, "What magic did you perform? What spell did you say to make the door open?" The young man smiled and replied, "Your Majesty, actually, there was no solution to the equation. It was just there to distract us. I realized that if I focused too much on the equation, I would only get caught up in the problem. But I thought, if the door is meant to open with the right thinking, then I focused my mind and simply pushed the door." The king understood at that moment. This young man was not only skilled in mathematics, but had also realized that many problems are simply creations of our minds. We tend to make them bigger in our heads, when in reality, they don't have much substance. The king declared the young man as the new ruler of the kingdom. The young man proved to be an extraordinary leader because he not only solved a mathematical puzzle, but also understood one of life's biggest truths. Many problems are solved simply by changing our way of thinking. When we focus our attention in the right direction, the solution naturally presents itself. This story teaches us that no matter how big our problems may seem, the path to solving them is always hidden in our minds. We just need to shift our thinking in the right direction. Friends, I hope you liked the story. Please let us know what you learned from this story by commenting below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories. So, let's meet in the next video with another story. Until then, stay happy and keep smiling. Thank you.